Number 2. Oh, sorry. You want to say something, Brian, to that?
No.
Number 2.
Number 2, Annie Thor's daughter. So she's, in some ways, she is Katrin's mentor. She was the one that Katrin first saw on the TV in Iceland that motivated her to get involved in this sport. She went to her gym and started training with her, and obviously has come up and been, in some ways, Annie was the face of the sport a long time ago. And Sevan, you said that Katrin has become kind of a leader, forging forward for the women in the space now. It's kind of cool that they both come from Iceland, and Katrin's not just following in her footsteps on the floor, but also off the floor. This will mark Annie's 11th time competing at the CrossFit Games.
Wow.
She's two-time champion in 2011 and 12. She's got 2 second-place finishes, 1 third-place finishes. That gives her 5 total podium finishes on the Games, which is second all-time for the women and tied for second all-time overall. She has 13 event wins at the Games, ties her with Katrin for second most all-time. And then, it's really incredible. Like, she's only about 12 or 13 months post giving birth to her child, and she's qualified again for the Games this year via some different formats, and I think against even her own expectations. She is remarkable in every single way, and it was an easy choice to put her number 2.
Oh, that's good to hear. You mentioned it. She just had a baby, and then she's back at the Games. And same thing with Cara Saunders. We didn't mention that. And for anyone who's had a baby,
we mentioned it.
Oh, we did. Okay. For anyone who hasn't had a baby, like the 3 of us, we can only imagine how hard that is. But that is a very noteworthy. Also, when Annie came onto the scene in 2009.
2009, yeah.
She was at the CrossFit Ranch, and along with Miko Salo and herself, they were probably the first 2. This is a little bit maybe of a gross exaggeration, but I'll go with it. Her and Miko were probably the first 2 superstars of the sport. They both had incredible aura. They both the fans loved them. Miko continued to maintain that fandom and that appreciation from the community, although didn't have the success Annie had in the Games. But Annie took off like a rocket ship, and she sort of embodied everything that there is about CrossFit before it was known for the CrossFit Games, meaning she showed up there, she did the unknowable, and she struggled in front of the crowd even to get one muscle up in 2009, and the crowd got behind her, and it wasn't necessarily just her abilities that made her a superstar, but her inabilities, and to take her lumps with humility. So she is a remarkable and unique character of the likes we'll never ever see in the sport ever again. Just because people won't show up and be, I don't think anyone will ever show up and be as exposed as she is in front of the crowd, and the community did a wonderful job and embraced that. Nowadays, if you show up exposed at the Games, all the pundits jump on you and they're like, "Wow, shit! I can't believe they can't do muscle ups." Where back then,
and
they got behind
just,
you.
Not only were her and Miko so likable back then, but they were the first real prominent international athletes in the sport. And even to this day, Europe has continued to excel in the way that other non-North American countries have not. Just on the women's side alone, half of the top 10 that we have here are from Europe, and 3 of them are from Iceland. And Annie gets a lot of credit for that.
And on top of that, she comes from a nation, I think the country of Iceland only has 300,000 people. It probably has more CrossFit gyms per capita than anywhere. There's probably no second place anywhere even close. And she brought this great lifestyle methodology to her country and probably single-handedly changed her country's health on top of Greg Glassman's methodology more so than any one person has done to a country. And of course, that's relative to the fact that they only have 300,000 people and they're all related.
And, there was one year that she had to withdraw from the CrossFit Games, but other than that, 13th or better 10 times or 9 times. It's pretty impressive over a span where the Games has continued to grow and evolve and the fields have gotten stronger and deeper. She's continued to be relevant. Just an incredible career.
I'm disappointed that neither of you cracked a smile when I said in a country where everyone's related. That really sucks that fell on deaf ears.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give you that, man.
Thank you. Okay.